I'm going to tell you about a movement that I feel is extremely important to invest in. It's called Social Emotional Learning, or SEL, and it's what's missing in traditional education that hinders learners from reaching their full potential. SEL has gained quite a bit of popularity recently, but it's more than just the latest education trend. SEL is essential for the future, and today I'm going to tell you about why. By this point, you're familiar with the fact that elements of our current education system are based on the 19th century factory model, in which students quietly memorize content in rows of desks while the teacher stands in front of the classroom and lectures. One of the biggest critiques of this model is that the academics aren't rigorous enough. There's one lesson being taught to all students, no matter their background knowledge, proficiency levels, or learning style. But what's also missing here is what a student gains from working with others, not just alongside them. Students aren't sharing ideas, learning to work in a group, or reflecting on their progress. What's missing is social emotional learning. My classroom in Chicago public schools looked a lot like this, and I experienced firsthand how challenging it can be to teach and learn in this environment. Children are naturally social and curious, and with the proper structures in place, we can use these innate qualities to teach them invaluable skills they'll use their whole lives. So what exactly is SEL? The Collaborative for Academic, Social, and Emotional Learning, known as CASEL, is an award-winning organization at the forefront of the SEL movement. They define it as the process through which children and adults acquire and effectively apply the knowledge, attitudes, and skills necessary to understand and manage emotions, set and achieve positive goals, feel and show empathy for others, establish and maintain positive relationships, and make responsible decisions. So SEL isn't simply about regulating your own emotions. It's about having a deep understanding of who you are and the capacity to understand the people around you. It's about developing the metacognitive skills and mindset to persevere through difficulty. It's about being able to step outside of your own perspective to gain insight from the perspective of others. Our world is moving away from skills that a factory model teaches towards skills that only a strong foundation in SEL provides. We've found 21st century jobs are less and less about applying rote calculations or limited expertise. Tasks that were once a part of everyday jobs are being replaced by computers that do them better and faster. Workplaces are instead increasingly searching for people with soft skills that have the ability to seek out problems and solve them in creative ways. The figure here, taken from a study done at Harvard University, shows how many jobs are evolving to require more social skills. Some of the most desirable jobs, like that of computer scientist or financial manager, demand mathematical and social skills. To be able to tackle our world's biggest problems, you need to be a self-directed individual who can collaborate with others and think critically. And research shows that SEL isn't only for those seeking the most competitive jobs or an idealistic aspiration for a few select classrooms. It's been found to be the key in addressing low student achievement. CASEL reports that schools with SEL-embedded curriculum see a variety of positive outcomes in their students, such as significant increase in GPA, a better attitude towards school, decreased likelihood to develop substance abuse, and more. Unfortunately, the push for schools to perform well on state-mandated testing has made administrators and teachers feel there's not enough time for SEL. However, recent research from the School Psychology Quarterly suggests that dedicating time to SEL leads to more students attaining basic proficiency in reading, writing, and math on state tests later into their academic careers. Thus, it's becoming clear that there's a false dichotomy that exists between academic and social emotional learning. To gain mastery of one, you need to gain mastery in the other. Every learning institution across the country must adopt SEL practices if they want to effectively reach all their students. But you don't just have to take my word for it. The movement is so powerful that dozens of organizations are supporting the cause. They are harnessing the power of research institutions, school districts, business leaders, and labor representatives to create a cohesive SEL vision and model. Besides CASEL, there's Character Lab, which uses scientific evidence to identify character strengths such as grit and creates playbooks with resources for teachers to foster them in their classrooms. Education Reimagined is a cross-functional team of leaders that are working to shape the future of learning with their child-centered educational philosophy, which considerably incorporates SEL into its approach.